In the United States, early voting policies vary by state. Here are some key points. Availability: most states offer early voting, but the duration and start dates differ. Some states allow early voting for several weeks, while others may have just a few days. Locations: early voting typically takes place at designated polling places, which may differ from your usual voting location. Identification: some states require identification for early voting, while others do not. It's essential to check your state's ID requirements. Voting methods: early voting usually allows for in-person voting, and some states also offer mail-in voting options during the early voting period. State-specific rules: each state has its own rules, so it's a good idea to check your state's election office website for detailed information. Here are some additional facts about early voting in the U.S. History: early voting began in the 1970s to increase voter participation and convenience. Texas was one of the first states to implement it. Increased participation: studies show that early voting can lead to higher overall turnout, as it provides more flexibility for voters with varying schedules. Election security: some critics express concerns about security and the potential for fraud with early voting, but studies indicate that instances of voter fraud are extremely rare. Voter accessibility: early voting helps accommodate people with disabilities, those who work long hours, or anyone who may be unable to vote on election day. Same-day registration: some states allow voters to register and vote on the same day during the early voting period, making it easier for last-minute voters. Election laws: the laws governing early voting can change, often influenced by political considerations, so it's important for voters to stay informed about any changes leading up to an election. Provisional ballots: if there are questions about a voter's eligibility during early voting, they may be allowed to cast a provisional ballot, which will be counted once their eligibility is confirmed. Technology: some states use electronic voting machines during early voting, while others stick to paper ballots, depending on their voting infrastructure.